This week's Torah portion is VaYakhel, in which we continue with the description of the construction of the tabernacle. And instead of reading about the design, we now read about how the Israelites followed through on the commandment and followed the chief artisan Bezalel's direction in order to complete the construction of the tabernacle. But this Shabbat is also known as Shabbat Shekalim, the Shabbat of the shekels, the currency that was used in ancient Israel and happens to be the name of the currency used in the modern state of Israel as well. It's known as Shabbat Shekalim because it's always the Shabbat before the month of Adar, in which we celebrate the holiday of Purim. This year is a Jewish leap year, and so therefore there are 2 months of Adar. And so this Shabbat Shekalim falls before the second month of Adar. And it is the first of special prophetic readings, special haftarot, that get us ready for the holiday of Passover. April 15th is the tax deadline when taxes need to be submitted to the federal government. Adar 1, the first day of the month of Adar, is tax season for ancient Israel. It was a day in which a half shekel was collected from every adult male over the age of 20. Doesn't matter what economic circumstance the person is in, everybody needs to give the half shekel. And so this tax was put in place in order to help maintain the building of the Mishkan and later the temple in Jerusalem. In other words, it was a building fund that was perpetual, and a tax in which the people felt connected to the tabernacle itself or to the temple and felt as if they had contributed something. And though that half shekel might have been a burden for the impoverished, it was certainly a drop in the bucket for the wealthy in the community. It was a great equalizer within the community and an attempt to invest everyone in a connection to the temple. Though we might want to be connected spiritually, sometimes we need something concrete to do in order to make that connection. Not everyone would have the opportunity to bring a sacrifice. Not everyone would have the opportunity to travel to Jerusalem and see the temple up front and up close. The half shekel is that way to connect everyone. And in fact, before the modern state of Israel was established, when the Zionist Congress first met in 1897, after that point, they reinstituted this half shekel as a way to raise money for the establishment of kibbutzim in Israel, to maintain life in Israel, and eventually lead to the establishment of the state. So the half shekel tax was not only something in biblical times, it is something that we had in our own lifetime as well. Shabbat Shalom.